Welcome back to Cos 3D. In our last video, we did a Daredevil helmet build. If you haven't watched it yet, go back and watch it. During that process, I sat down here and left the camera running while I did some wet sanding on the helmet itself. And it was at my final end stage right before painting. And Zach just happened to walk in and he walked over and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm wet sanding." And he goes, "Why?" And it sparked a whole nother video. And we're gonna show you a clip from that later because we just had a conversation about wet sanding. But wet sanding is one of those things that people don't know even what to do. It's really simple. It's water, it's sandpaper. Now it's a higher grit sandpaper than what you're normally used to. You know, you're working with a 600, 1,000, a 2,000, and so on. Depends on how smooth you wanna get your surface. But we are gonna show you a clip here today that shows kind of the process of the wet sanding and why I paint everything flat black right before I dive into wet sanding. So let's get to the video.
It's a dumb question. Why are you sanding off what you just painted?
So once I got my primer coat down, I go back and paint it black, and then I wet sand off the black. The reason is you can see, especially, it won't probably show on camera, but well, you can see right here, see all those pock marks and how that black's not gone yet? Those are all recessed areas where the black paint settles into. So I'm actually sanding down to the original primer, hopefully. That's the key behind it. So that's why it goes black after the primer coat. Now you're not gonna get all of it off. The perfect example is I've been sanding on that for a minute and you can still see some black. So those are some imperfections in my original paint. And when you're done, it's gonna give you a super shiny surface and smooth surface to work with. And there's some pinhole black marks in here that I'm not gonna get that crazy and get completely gone.
Well, next dumb question, then why are you doing it with water instead of just doing it with the regular sandpaper like you normally do?
So definitely not a dumb question. So wet sanding is one of those things that if you've never done it before, it seems like a very daunting task, and it does take a long time. But it actually lets me control where I'm sanding a little better. I'm using 400 grit sandpaper. So it's not like I'm just removing material, and if you've ever sanded anything, dry sanded it, your material will actually settle in these small holes and you don't realize in these black areas that you actually haven't sanded down as far as you think you have. So the wet sanding cuts way down on dust. And you can see my setup is super simple. It is 400 grit piece of sandpaper. I have a spray bottle that I kind of coat the helmet with in the large areas that I'm working on. And I just keep dipping and cleaning my sandpaper. And I'll probably run through 2 pieces of sandpaper this size in this project. Maybe 3 if I get into some real trouble spots, because the grit is actually, you're lubricated with the water. So you're not also digging deep and pulling all those imperfect particles that you're sanding off. You're not pulling it all back over the helmet where you just sanded. If it gums up on your sandpaper, then you're cutting into it in different places at different depths. So it's pretty much how wet sanding works. But again, it's one of those things that for years, I've done it before on guitar bodies and stuff like that. It's messy, it's time consuming, and it's a pain, but the results are like night and day difference than dry sanding. And I don't wet sand until I'm really happy with my project.
Okay, so you do that like after you got many other coats of sanding done. It's
Yep.
kind of like your final deal before you paint.
Yep, I sand the plastic and then I prime it, look for imperfections, fill stuff that I missed just on first glance, sand that down again quickly. And I'm just constantly looking for imperfections. But so I went really deep here. I'm almost getting back to the Bondo spot and putty glazing that I'm at here.
Yeah, you can see the red.
Yeah, so it's starting to show through. So it's going to take another thin coat of primer, but I'm not going to use filler primer on this last coat before I do the painting, because I want a thinner paint. I don't want bubble or, you know, bunched up areas and so forth. So yeah, like I said, it's long and tedious, but man, is it worth it on the end result.
Okay, I'll let you get back to it.
All right.
So I hope that helps you today in understanding the concept of how wet sanding works. Like I said, it's a very simple process, cuts the dust down, gives you a really nice smooth finish to throw your paint on later. But drop down in the comments, tell us how you wet sand. I know a lot of guys do it under a sink faucet. That's fine, keeps your workspace clean as you're doing it. But we want to hear what you have to say. And if you've never done wet sanding before, we want to hear what your results are, because hopefully this can help you along the way. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.